If you ask anyone in Silicon Valley right now what matters in AI, the answer is unanimous: coding agents. The industry is currently focused on tools that can write software, debug systems, and execute complex knowledge work without any human intervention. So when Google took the stage for their annual I/O conference, developers expected a direct response. They were looking for a unified, state-of-the-art workspace to take on rivals like OpenAI and Anthropic. Instead, they found an expanding maze of overlapping tools. Announcements bounced between models like Omni and Spark, a new version of Antigravity, and updates to AI Studio, leaving developers unsure which harness they were actually supposed to invest in. Take Antigravity 2.0. Google pitched it as a major upgrade for agentic coding, but as users quickly pointed out, the interface and underlying structure appeared to be a derivative copy of tools that had already been on the market for months. Then came the updates to their underlying models. Google introduced Gemini 3.5 Flash. Previous versions were prized specifically for being cheap and efficient, but this new version costs 3 times more to run than its predecessor. This chart compares the output tokens required to complete standard benchmark tests. It shows Gemini 3.5 Flash burning through roughly 3.5 times as many tokens to get the same answer as competing models, which cuts deeply into its supposed speed advantage. To the developers watching, the entire presentation looked disorganized. Google appeared to be a company throwing everything at the wall, struggling to find the product-market fit that their rivals had already secured. But that insider frustration misses a much larger truth. If you look past the complaints on social media and check the raw user data, a different narrative emerges. This graph tracks monthly active users for the Gemini app. Over a single 12-month span, the user base rapidly climbed from 400 million to 900 million. During that same period, the tokens processed across Google's entire network surged to 3.2 quadrillion per month. Google doesn't need to build the absolute best standalone coding agent to reach people. They already control the digital surfaces where billions of people spend their time, from search to mobile operating systems to massive media hubs like YouTube. At the same time, OpenAI has aggressively shifted its business model to court high-dollar enterprise contracts and B2B developers, leaving everyday users with fewer options. While OpenAI fights for enterprise engineers, Google is consolidating a massive lead in the consumer market through their existing distribution. If Google is successfully capturing the consumer market, why did their release strategy at I/O look so fragmented? The confusion on stage reflects a philosophical civil war occurring inside the company over the correct path to artificial general intelligence. On one side, DeepMind CEO Demis Hassabis is looking past coding agents. He is steering his team toward world models, systems designed to take any physical input and generate any format of output, playing a much longer game. On the other side is Google co-founder Sergey Brin. Concerned by the progress of OpenAI's developer tools, Brin recently formed a dedicated internal strike team, tasked with building self-improving coding agents immediately. This fragmented rollout reflects the financial weight of a corporation attempting to execute 2 contradictory visions of the future simultaneously. This brings up a crucial question about how we measure success in this industry. The finish line looks entirely different depending on which company you ask. For Anthropic and OpenAI, winning means creating the ultimate enterprise knowledge worker and fully automating the process of AI research. For Google, winning simply means maintaining their hold on the underlying infrastructure of the internet. This sprawl and token inefficiency represent the necessary costs Google pays to maintain its presence on every conceivable digital front. Google might never build the elegant, unified tool that Silicon Valley elites are demanding, but with their inescapable ecosystem scale, they are likely to win the war anyway.